Hi, I'm Sophia and I'm 20 years old. I never got to know how it feels like to have a dad. I wish I never had a father. My father is alive, but as far as I remember, he's never been a good father for me. My hatred for him is so much that if someone just tells me that he's dead right now, I'd be the happiest girl on the planet. Let me start the story by saying that my father is quite old and he's like 70 years old. He married my mother when he was 50 and my mother was 30 at that time. And then I was born. My mother had to marry my father because she didn't have a good financial situation and she lost her dad when she was little. And ever since, she has been living with her mother, who would be my grandmother. My mother married my father because of money, and that's it. On the other hand, because of this big age gap that existed between me and my father, I couldn't have a good relationship with him. When he used to pick me up from school, I'd be very embarrassed in front of my friends who were staring so weirdly at us, because he was way old to be my dad. My father also had such a bad personality. One of his bad manners was that he was an alcoholic addict. He would abuse me and my mother a lot, treated us so bad and was humiliating us. He even once asked my mother to make cookies for him, and my mom did it. But since the cookies were too hot, he got mad and yelled at her. "Ah, you dumb bitch! What the hell is this? Why is it so hot?" Then he threw away the plate towards my mom, but fortunately, it didn't hit her. We'd get so scared whenever he got drunk. We were scared about him doing something to us or hurting us. I sometimes wished he would get drunk so much to overdose and die. Obviously, nobody wishes for their dad to be dead, but this guy was pure evil. I hated him so much. All of the girls like to have a kind and supportive dad who's with them in hard times. But my dad not only wasn't here for me in my hard times, but he also made the situation twice as bad. No love or support, nothing. He wouldn't even want to financially support me and my mother. When I was a kid, it was a bit better than now, but as soon as I turned 10, he stopped spending money on me. The only thing he provided for us was just a house, and that's all. I was scared of inviting my friends to the house because I was thinking with myself about my dad, and what if he treats my friends so bad and disrespects them or embarrasses me in front of them? Of course, I didn't have that many friends. I didn't have much confidence for it anyway. Whenever I felt so down, I would always ask my mother, "Mom, why did you marry this asshole?" My poor mother would always reply with, "What could I do, baby? I didn't know he was such an asshole." My father wouldn't stop being a moron. When I was 15, my dad started a relationship with a 25-year-old young girl. And then he separated from my mother and left us with nothing. Ever since he separated from my mother, our misery increased. My mom and I had to work for double shifts and we were under so much pressure. My father ended up marrying that 25-year-old girl after a while. He was 40 years older than her. That girl was also an asshole. She asked my dad to take everything from us and not give us anything. Long story short, my dad, who was supposed to be the most important and supportive person of my life, turned into my enemy. It's been 5 years, and now that I'm 20, my mom and I have a better situation. I found a pretty kind boyfriend too. He's an actual gentleman. He made me not to change my mind about men in a bad way. He's always here for me in the best and lowest moments of my life. If there comes a day when I'm not with this man anymore, I wish he could have his own daughter one day, because a girl whose father is such a boy like him will be very successful. Well, this was my story. What do you think?